Good morning, and thanks for joining us for Weekend Today in Central New York. A look at your top stories making headlines this Sunday morning. Syracuse police are looking for 4 men who they say robbed 2 law students in a cemetery last night. According to police, the 2 SU law students were cutting through Oakwood Cemetery near College Place when they were approached by the men holding a gun. The suspects ran away with their wallets, IDs, car keys, and shoes. And a power outage in Liverpool to report. According to the National Grid website, 107 customers are affected. The power went out around 2:35 this morning and should be restored by 9:45. I have put in a call to National Grid to find out the cause. Still waiting for a call back.
Hopefully they give you a jingle back. We figure out what's going on.
I sure hope so. They may have called when I was down on the set. I was figuring that out. I was like, you know what? I hope that we're not finding out the answer as I speak to you on camera. But
well, you know, if you're somebody who was affected by that in Liverpool, give us a quick email or a jingle, or hit us up on Facebook. We have so many means now that we can contact our viewers and get back and forth with this. So just hit us up if you get the chance.
So easy to communicate with you guys these days. Definitely hit us up. I do believe hopefully power should be restored, though, you know, in the next
15 minutes or so?
15 minutes.
Yeah, sounds
We're getting
good.
there, guys.
Now, speaking of getting there, these clouds, I was hoping they're going to be getting on out of here, but they've been a little stubborn. We're hoping for at least a few breaks of sun today. However, as a general statement, we're in this lake effect kind of pattern, Dora.
Okay.
We got a little more lake effect to get through. It is of the rain variety. Don't worry on the white stuff just yet.
Right.
We want to ease you into your central New York stint here.
You're too kind. I can't believe you're doing this just for me. Just for me. I'm so lucky.
Mother Nature's looking out for you, Dora.
Thank you.
All right, so let's talk about what is happening right now on the triple Doppler radar. We're going to pop that up on the full screen for you. Here's our loop scan with temperature. You can tell there's a few isolated lake effect rain showers just up to the north of Rochester, streaming in towards, looks like northern Wayne County. Not entirely sure if those are coming ashore just yet, but it looks like they're darn close. Probably going to sneak into northern Cayuga, western, southwestern Oswego County. Heck, maybe even extreme northern Onondaga County. We could get into a little bit as well. Temperature is 42 in Watertown, 45 Oswego, 48 in Syracuse, 46 Rome and Utica, 43 Ithaca, and 47 degrees over in Penn Yan. Overall, we don't have an overly impressive setup for big-time lake effect rain. However, conditions are marginally favorable, so we will likely have a few lake effect rain showers around this morning, scattered or even spotty in nature. Those taper off midday, maybe even limited breaks of sun trying to sneak through at some point today, but then later on today, I know this is difficult to see on the satellite and radar picture, but see that little batch of rain, just a tiny little batch of showers out over southern Indiana, starting to sneak over the border into Ohio? Well, we're interested in that because that's actually representative of a larger disturbance. That larger disturbance, as it churns up in our direction, is going to have access to a little more moisture and should be able to, especially with the help of daytime heating later today, pop off some thicker clouds and get us into a couple hit-or-miss showers late today. So that's reflected on the daycast. Middle of today, limited breaks of sun trying to develop as those sprinkles and light rain showers taper. Then, as the day goes on, we should start to thicken up the clouds again and get back into a couple scattered rain showers by late today. Our highs up around 55. And we'll be back with that complete 7-day forecast, including a look at a sneak peek of next weekend's forecast. Coming right up, Dora.
Thank you, Matt. Well, today is the last day of the 41st annual Napa Auto Parts Super Dirt Week at the New York State Fairgrounds. Dirt Week is often pegged as the Super Bowl of dirt car racing, bringing in teams from all over the northeastern United States and Canada. Another indoor option, the Big East Power Sports Show at Syracuse's On Center. The 19th annual event features snowmobiles, sleds, ATVs, clothing, accessories, and a lot more. You can catch the show starting at 10 o'clock this morning until 4 p.m. rather. The admission costs $10 for adults, only $4 for kids. And now here is Susan Arbetter with the Capitol Report.
This is the Capitol Report with Capitol correspondent Susan Arbetter.
This week's big news was the landmark lawsuit filed by Attorney General Eric Schneiderman against one of the big Wall Street banks. Schneiderman alleges Bear Stearns displayed a pattern of deceit in its evaluation of mortgage-backed securities, which led to the crash.
That whole process was a sham. These are all misrepresentations. They did not have an effective due diligence process in place and essentially viewed their lenders, viewed the folks they were buying the loans from, in the words of one of their executives, as their #1 client, and put their interests ahead of Those are the investors.
Since the recession, New York's economy has faltered and its unemployment rate is higher than the national average, fueling the debate around fracking. The Cuomo administration has decided to delay the decision again in order to look into the health impacts of that technology.
The DEC announced that they're going to do a further health review of hydrofracking. They're going to have the Department of Health involved in this.
On Tuesday, State Controller Tom DiNapoli only served to heighten concerns about the economy when he predicted lower than expected revenues. His office is so concerned about the financial health of cities and towns that it has proposed an early warning fiscal monitoring system.
Look what's happening in other states. California, we keep hearing about municipalities filing for bankruptcy. We need to avoid that. We can't let that happen in New York.
Meanwhile, Governor Cuomo spent part of the week upstate. He visited several sites in Syracuse Tuesday as part of a tour of regional economic development hubs. He'll be back on the road over the next few weeks. At the Capitol in Albany, I'm Susan Arbetter.
And we're looking live over downtown Syracuse with our Stanley Law Skywatch, a relatively quiet situation locally here in the downtown area. Got a couple isolated sprinkles or light lake effect rain showers in the works. What about a little more robust piece of energy, though, heading in our direction? We'll talk about it on my 7-day coming right up. But first, here's a look at your winning lotto numbers. Good luck.